Photos are just a tool to express a moment or capture a moment in time for you or to share with others through social media or in a gallery and etc. But some tools are so special than others that it's actually misunderstood, and I think that is the story of the XE4. It's so good at what it does that very few actually understand what it means. What I love about this camera, that it has character. What I have here is a small bag that I bought from the local shops, just a regular bag, nothing special, and that's my Sony Xperia 1, and it's no bigger than that. And look what I have inside. It's the Fuji XE4 along with a Viltrox 33mm f1.4 autofocus lens, and all of this will fit in this small bag. That's the main purpose of this camera, portability. I repeat, portability matters. I mean, all those manufacturers are trying to be mirrorless and portable, while they are not doing it right. It's so portable that I had to buy this extra leather cover just to hold it right. It doesn't have that grip that normally comes with, say, the older XT20 or XT30, so you need this grip. This grip is a must. But even if you have this leather cover on it, you can still access the battery, the memory card, etc. just with ease, no problem whatsoever, and it also will help protect the camera from scuffs and scratches as well. So I was at the shops to go for actually a silver Fuji XE4 because in the pictures online it looked amazing. I didn't really wanted the black one, but the shop only had the black one, so I got the gunmetal black one, and it looks amazing up front, and holding it and everything, it feels premium. I mean, as much as premium, perhaps if I say a bit more than the X100. Here you can see I have added the thumb grip because while you're shooting, you must have the thumb grip because you can slide your finger over the shutter and just slowly click it, and without any shakes, introducing any shakes, you can take a wonderful picture by leveraging your thumb and your index finger. Just slide over and take a shot. It's that easy. The Viltrox 33 f1.4 is a clickless aperture lens with actually digital aperture system, and it goes so well with the color and the feel of the camera itself that, well, if it came with the camera I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And it's all metal. That's what I love about it. It's a metal, it's rugged, it's very strong. I recently got the Fuji XS10 and I sold that camera to buy this camera after I realized it was too big. As you can see, I have chubby big hands and the whole thing just fits in my palm. It's that small. I mean, if you really want to check it out, go to a store, see how small it is by holding it, and you'll realize how compact this is. And it's very important while carrying light and traveling. With this camera, well, you have to add the ergonomic with the thumb grip and the leather cover so that it's more, well, easier to hold. Now, many YouTubers were complaining about the lack of dials in this camera, but guess what? It has the right amount of dials and the right amount of button customization, just like any other Fujifilm camera, that you can utilize to make it your own, very own personal camera that feels how you operate, how you want this to operate. And it's so important. And plus, it also has a flush, very nice tilt screen which flips completely backwards on itself. It's not fully articulated, it doesn't go sideways, but it does tilt fully. Also, just as a reminder, you also have to be very careful about this ribbon that other YouTubers have mentioned. I agree with that, but don't worry about it. If you have used other Fujifilm cameras, it's same as that, it's perfectly fine. Just be careful with it. And well, I actually use the tilt screen not like this. I just tilt it a little bit if I have to shoot something from the low bottom end and etc. So this is perfectly fine. It doesn't go sideways, but it's perfectly fine. So there is a quick menu which I pressed, which is behind the thumb rest apparently, which is a bit harder to get, but you can work with it. The thumb joystick is much better than the X100V. On the X100V, I had a hard time going through the menus with using that little joystick. It almost felt like it pinched my thumb. But on this, I guess it's a bit improved, it's a bit bigger, and it's a bit more flush. So it doesn't feel like horrible no more. It feels actually usable. So I don't actually really go into menus that much. I usually have everything custom functioned out on the camera, so that's something. The menu system is just like any other Fuji menu system. Well, it's a bit of a getting used to, but nothing you can have trouble with ever. Now another thing that other YouTubers were complaining about is the display resolution and everything about it, the dots. Okay, I mean, believe me, you will not notice any difference. The pictures look sharp after taking, and the touchscreen is very responsive, and well, I didn't have any problem with touch focus or any kind of issue with the display at all. In fact, it performs very well in bright sunlight. I did not had any problem that the other YouTubers were mentioning. I guess they have really high standards and they really don't understand the purpose of this camera. They always comparing this camera with some other camera. Why do you compare? We don't compare people, do we? So why do we have to compare cameras? Can't it be just its own thing? I mean, it has character. It is a separate thing, and let it be its own thing. It's hard to believe that Fuji has made such a small form factor camera. It has everything the XT4 has in such a small body, apart from the 10-bit video and a higher resolution screen, no, but not by much. One of the main reasons I sold the XS10 is because the plastic on that, for some reason, I don't know why, felt horrible. I mean, it felt worse than my Toyota Corolla dashboard, which is also plastic. But this cheaper than Fuji XS10 camera. The plastic on this feels as premium as the X100V. The battery is the same as WP126S, and the memory card configuration is the same. Well, this is one of the things I like about Fuji. You get so used to it that you can move to any other Fuji camera and it's almost the same. This is just a leather cover I got from a Chinese website online, but this is very important. After I ordered it, I noticed this improves the grip so well, which this camera is so lacking. A little bump would have done, but I guess Fuji was trying to make it as compact as possible, and that's why they sacrificed so much to make it small as they could. And this actually adds to your street photography advantage. Not that it matters, this is made in Indonesia, and I haven't found a single quality problem with this camera after using it for 6 months. So I can say that made in Japan or made in Indonesia, it doesn't really matter. The LCD sits flush with this camera. The feel of this camera is amazing in your hand. I have used other Fuji in the past, but this camera has something special about it. I mean, it makes me want to go out. And now I'm going to perform a magic trick. And here you go. Camera is gone inside a small 6-inch by 8-inch bag. That's all you need, a small bag to carry around on the street with a wide aperture lens. This is smaller than the iPad mini and my phone actually. So just as a reference to give you that how small this actually is, this is a street beast. So let's actually go out on the street. How about that? So I am outside right now after the sun has gone down, and look at this beautiful camera. It's so beautiful, and along with the Viltrox lens, it's so sharp and wonderful and compact that it makes you want to go out and carry this everywhere. I actually do carry this everywhere. This is one of those cameras that will turn into a classic, just like my 5D Classic after like a couple of years. I mean, this camera along with all the other competition doesn't stand out now, but in a couple of years this will. This is video from the camera, and this is a JPG image straight out of the camera, no edits, and it looks beautiful. I mean, the colors are sharp, you can do settings on the go, and well, by this time the sun has gone down and it's pretty dark. It's very dark, and I'm still able to capture things like this, and it makes me wonder. I mean, this camera should have been more marketed, but I guess Fuji had other high-end cameras to sell. I mean, even if the sun has gone down, look at all these images. It's unbelievable. And if you have a bit of daytime, the video on this camera is unbelievable. It's so sharp and wonderful. I mean, look at it, the colors look nice. I mean, if you hold it right, you don't really need IBIS with this if you know how to hold the camera right or use an external gimbal. So natural. I mean, the footage looks so good even at night. This is night time. I mean, this is like 9 p.m. on the street, and if you give it this a little bit of light, it gives you so much more in its footage. If you pair it with a wide aperture lens, even if f1.4 will do, these are all shot in f1.4, I mean, it will work wonderful. Just make sure to put the aperture in manual, because well, this will impact image quality. And this is a black and white, video. I mean, the black and white on this camera, due to Fuji's external sensor having more luminance resolution than chromatic resolution, is so good. The slow motion on the camera is so beautiful, and having such a compact camera that can capture such high quality images with slow-mo is amazing and unheard of. And that's why I fell in love with the Fuji XE4. It's a misunderstood camera, but I guess everything great is always misunderstood. Thank you.